My name is Tuso Kumalo. Today we are joined by His Excellency, the Vice President of Malawi, Enoch Chihana. He's going to be taking us through a number of issues across the SADC. Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us in this episode.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Starting with SADC, what's your assessment of Malawi's performance as far as being the head of the SADC Troika, as well as the performance of the just ended SADC summit in Johannesburg?
Malawi, at a time when we are heading the organ on politics, defense and security, we had a lot of issues to deal with. The situation in DRC, the situation in Madagascar, and the situation in Mozambique. We met a lot of challenges, but we have made headway because the panel of elders are doing the mediation in DRC, in Madagascar, and right now they are talking, and Madagascar will be preparing for elections inclusive by 2027.
And as far as the summit that's just ended, what are some of your takeaways, some of the things that you're saying, these are concrete resolutions that we took that we hope to push the region forward?
The first resolution was a resolution of Madagascar, where the panel of elders are going to continue the mediation to make sure there is peace, and also they should come to the constitutional order in Madagascar, which will lead to free and fair elections so that people can choose the leader of their choice. Secondly is to make sure there is peace and stability in the DRC. That one also, we are doing it together with the East African community and SADC. Very soon there will be a joint summit to make sure that we take stock of what has happened. Then also in Mozambique, with the help of forces of Rwanda and other countries, things are stabilizing, and the Mozambican government is doing extremely good job. And also the political situation in Mozambique, the President Chapo has also done an extremely good job to make sure there is peace and stability where opposition have been engaged in dialogue.
You're very passionate about having peace and security at SADC, and at the Troika Summit you also lectured leaders on making sure there's openness, respect and security. Why do you think a successful SADC needs to be secure and peaceful?
First and foremost, human dignity and human rights is paramount. That every citizen of SADC should be free in anything to participate in the political and the economic activity in the SADC region. And you know that it's not simple to solve problems in different countries because every country has got its own laws which they follow. The job of SADC is to make sure that it's also creating a conducive environment for those countries to discuss whatever problems they are having in their own countries, and to make sure that we follow the democratic values which we believe in the SADC region.
Your trip to this summit obviously involved high-level meetings with other states on economic ties and any other thing that Malawi needs. What is it at the top agenda of Malawi that you hope to achieve, or that you hope to get from the other SADC countries in terms of development of Malawi itself?
In fact, the message which President Professor Thapita Muntalika sent me is to make sure that, one, we emphasize on unity, solidarity as a region. That can only be achieved when there's peace and stability and the democratic values. We have to make sure that the whole region is democratized and we are respecting human rights and human dignity. That was the emphasis which Malawi all the time believe in.
Let's turn to Malawi a little bit. It's nearly a year now that the administration of President Mutharika has been in power, which you are part of. At the time of your campaigns, you promised improving unemployment, economy, poverty alleviation. When you look back, we know it's too early to say, but when you look back, what has changed in the lives of ordinary Malawians?
You know, we did not promise them all. Our campaign was based on four things, which are 4 Fs. That was fertilizer, food, forex, and fuel. We have made strides on 2 at the moment. Malawi has got enough food now. We are still working on that to make sure that from food security, we should have food sovereignty. Secondly, we have stabilized the fuel situation. You remember even the day of voting, we had fuel queues. Now it's history. We have stabilized the situation. We are still working on fuel. We have not reached the level that we have to reach, but we have done something. Now we are working on forex. That forex will bring fertilizer. That will be done. Later on, we'll look at issues of employment. Also look at issues of infrastructure, health for all, and other related issues that will improve lives of our people.
Looking at the holistic of the problems that Malawi is facing now, the citizens of Malawi, which top 3 are making you having sleepless nights to say, no matter what happens, at the end of our term, we must have resolved these ones to alleviate the suffering of our people?
Professor Thabita Mutharika always emphasized on food security. Also emphasizing employment for young people. Also emphasizing on infrastructure development. Food is a short term because it's a daily consumption. Unemployment also takes time to eradicate it. But that comes with the proper investment in the country, job creation. Infrastructure is a long term. But right now, our emphasis to make sure that young people are involved in the food production of the country. Once they're involved in the food production of the country, we'll be food secure. Secondly is to make sure that we have drugs in the hospitals, all those things. So these are the things that we're working on day and night. And our president is making sure that these things are done within the 5 years of our term.
Can we speak directly, my last question, to the citizens of Malawi? Are you assuring them that the country is in good health?
They are safe. They are safe with us, and they knew they are going to be safe with us.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, my brother.